Hello students. So let's continue with the problems based on trigonometric ratios in this video. So the fourth question, it is given that 15 cot A is equal to 8. We have to find sin A and secant A. So basically let's draw a triangle, right angle triangle. Okay. So let's take a right angle triangle. So we have taken a right angle triangle here. So the triangle is A, B, C, which is the right angle triangle. And as you know, the side opposite to 90 degrees is hypotenuse. And according to the question, 15 cot A means the angle is at A. Okay. So the opposite side becomes BC and the adjacent side becomes AB. Okay. Now, so it is given that 15 cot A is equal to 8. I can transpose, or we can transpose 15 to the other side. It is a multiplication. If it goes to the other side, it will become division. Now it is like the previous problem itself, isn't it? If you remember in the previous video, we had solved this problem. Sin A is equal to 3 by 4 and we had to find cos A and tan A. Now it is like the same problem. Okay, 15 cot A is equal to 8, which means cot A is equal to 8 by 15. Therefore, we know that cot A, cot is basically defined as what? Adjacent by opposite. Okay, so here adjacent is BC and opposite is, sorry, here adjacent is AB and opposite is BC. So they've given cot A value as 8 by 15. Now this implies, as I told you in the previous video, you can directly take AB as 8 and BC as 15 in this exercise, no problem. Okay, anywhere else we are not supposed to take like that. AB is equal to 8 and BC is equal to 15. Now, so we got to know AB is 8 units and BC is 15 units. So let's find AC using Pythagoras theorem. So in triangle ABC, angle B is 90 degrees. Therefore, using Pythagoras theorem. So which is the hypotenuse? AC is the hypotenuse. So hypotenuse square is equal to sum of squares of other two sides, AB square plus BC square. Okay. Now what is the value of AC? The value of AC, we don't know. We have to find it. And what is the value of AB? The value of AB is 8 squared plus BC is 15 squared. Okay. So AC square is equal to 8 square is 64, 15 square is 225. Therefore, AC square will become 289. Therefore, AC is square root of 289. And what is square root of 289? It is 17. So AC is 17 units. Okay. Now here what we have to find is sin A. Basically, sin is defined as what? Opposite by hypotenuse. So here opposite is BC, hypotenuse is AC. So BC value is 15, AC value is 17. Now coming to secant A, secant is the reciprocal of cos. What is cos defined as? Adjacent by hypotenuse. The reciprocal will be hypotenuse by adjacent. So here hypotenuse is AC, adjacent is AB. So it will become 17 by 8. That will be the value of secant A. Let's get into the next problem. Again, a similar problem. Okay. Secant theta is equal to 13 by 12. We have to find the value of, calculate all other trigonometric ratios. That is sin theta, cos theta, and everything. Okay. Let me copy the same right angle triangle. Okay. Let me paste it here. Yeah. So let me erase all this stuff. Now they've told it is not secant A, okay, it is secant theta. It is secant theta. So I can take the angle anywhere I wish. I'll take it at C, okay. We can also take it at A, no issues. I'll take this angle to be theta. Now the opposite side will become AB, and opposite to 90 degree will become hypotenuse, and the remaining one will become adjacent. Now it is given that secant theta is equal to 13 by 12. Okay. From here itself, we can find cos theta. Cos theta is what? Reciprocal of secant theta, isn't it? 12 by 13. So we'll do it at the end. Okay. Now secant theta is defined as what? Adjacent by hypotenuse. So adjacent by hypotenuse. Here the adjacent is BC, hypotenuse is AC. And they've given the value as 13 by 12, which implies BC will be 13 and AC will be 12. Remember, we are not supposed to take BC as directly as 13 and AC as directly as 12. That's actually wrong. But however, I have told you in the previous video also, what we are trying to find is a ratio at the end, isn't it? Calculate all other trigonometric ratios. So no problem. So what we have to take actually is we have to take BC as 13 into the common factor. Let's say common factor is K and 12K. Okay, whenever we take ratios, it will be reduced to the simplest form. The common factor will be eliminated. So to get it back, we have to multiply it. Okay, that is the logic. But anyhow, directly let's take it as 13 and 12, no issues, because anyhow we are going to find the trigonometric ratios at the end. So that common factor will again get cancelled at the end. So there is no need for writing that. Okay. We got to know the value of BC as 13 and AC as 12. So let's find the value of AB using Pythagoras theorem. So in triangle ABC, angle B is 90 degree. Therefore, using Pythagoras theorem, we get AC square. AC is the hypotenuse. AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. So AC is 12. Oh, I'm sorry, I made a small mistake. Cos theta is adjacent by hypotenuse. Secant theta is hypotenuse by adjacent. Yeah, that will become AC by BC. So that is, here they've given it as 13 by 12. Therefore, this becomes 13 and this becomes 12. Okay. So AC is 13 square. AB is, we don't know, we have to find it. BC is 12 square. So 13 square is 169. That is equal to AB square plus 144. Let's find AB. So 169. Send transpose 144 to the LHS. So it will become minus 144 is equal to AB square. So 169 minus 144 is 25 equal to AB square. Or you can also write AB square is equal to 25 the other way. Therefore, AB will become square root of 25, which implies AB is 5 units. AB is 5 units. Now we can find all the trigonometric ratios. So directly we can find cos theta. Cos theta is the reciprocal of secant theta. So cos theta will become 12 by 30. Okay. Now let's find sin theta. Sin theta is opposite by hypotenuse. Opposite is 5. Hypotenuse is 13. As you know, this is 13 and this is 12. So if you know sin theta, you can easily find cosecant theta because it is the reciprocal. So it will become 13 by 5. Now you can also find tan theta. Tan theta is opposite by adjacent. So opposite is 5 units, adjacent is 12 units, 5 by 12. So if you know tan theta, you can easily find cot theta, the reciprocal, 12 by 12 by 5. So we have found all the ratios. So it's very simple. Using the given ratio, secant theta is 13 by 12. Using that, we'll get two sides. As you know, here we have got BC and AC. We'll find the third side using Pythagoras theorem. Once we know all the sides, easily we can find any ratio whichever we require. Okay. So let's get into the next question. If angle A and angle B are acute angles such that cos A is equal to cos B, then show that angle A is equal to angle B. So what is given in the question? It is given that cos A is equal to cos B, and what we have to prove is we have to prove that angle A is equal to angle B. Okay. Now let's take a triangle, right angle triangle. I'm just drawing a rough diagram. Okay. So A, now see, it is very clearly given that angle A and angle B are acute angles. I cannot take this as B. If I take this as B, then it becomes 90 degree, isn't it? But B is an acute angle, which means it's less than 90 degree. So let me take C here and B here. Okay. So now angle A and angle B are acute angles. Okay. Now, what is given? Cos A is equal to cos B. Okay. Now let's find cos A. Basically, what is cos? Cos is defined as adjacent by hypotenuse. Now, if I say cos A, the angle is at A. So, which becomes the opposite side? CB becomes the opposite side. AB becomes the hypotenuse, and the remaining becomes the adjacent. Isn't it? Therefore, adjacent by hypotenuse. Adjacent is AC and hypotenuse is AB. This is what we get. Equation 1. Or let's write it as it is. Now let's take cos B. Now if I take cos, again cos is defined as what? Cos is always defined as adjacent by hypotenuse. Now the angle is at B. Instead of A, the angle is at B. The angle is here. If the angle is here, or what I'll do is, let me take a different figure itself. Okay, this becomes adjacent and this becomes opposite. Let me take one more triangle. Okay, it's the same triangle just to show the difference. Okay, this is how you have to do it in exam. Okay, now the angle is at B. If the angle is at B, AC becomes opposite, CB becomes adjacent, and this is always the hypotenuse. Okay, now adjacent by hypotenuse, adjacent is BC, hypotenuse is AB. Okay, so they have given cos A is equal to cos B. Now what is cos A? We have got it as AC by AB. And what is cos B? BC by AB. Now if you observe, both the denominators are same, so I can just cancel it. Or what we'll do is we'll send one AB to the other side. Okay, so that is AC by AB is equal to BC. Let me send this AB, which is in the denominator, to other side. It will become multiplication. Okay, AB gets cancelled. Or directly also you can cancel the denominator. So which implies what we have got is AC equals BC. We have got AC equals BC, which means it is a triangle in which two sides are equal. If two sides are equal, it becomes isosceles. If it is an isosceles triangle, the base angles are equal. Which are the base angles here? It is obviously angle A and angle B, isn't it? These are the base angles, which implies angle A is equal to angle B, because the reason is in isosceles triangle, base angles are equal. Base angles are equal. That's the reason. Okay. So let's get into the next one. Okay, these type of questions are very, very important. Okay. Now see, they have given you the value of cot theta as 7 by 8. What we have to do is we have to find the value of 1 plus sine theta into 1 minus sine theta by 1 plus cos theta into 1 minus cos theta. In the second sub question, we have to find the value of cot square theta. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll take the triangle. let's say this is a triangle. Okay, let me erase everything. Now let's say I've taken a right angle triangle. Let me say this is the theta. So this becomes the opposite side. Opposite to 90 degree becomes hypotenuse, and the remaining one will become adjacent. Okay. So what they have given us is they have given that cot theta is 7/8. Now what is cot theta defined as? Adjacent by opposite. Cot theta is defined as adjacent by opposite. So from the figure, adjacent is BC, opposite is AB. So in the question, they have given it as 7/8, which implies BC is equal to 7 and AB is equal to 8. Now let's find the remaining side, the third side, using the Pythagoras theorem. So in triangle ABC, angle B is 90 degrees. Therefore, using Pythagoras theorem, what do we get? We get AC squared is equal to AB squared plus BC squared. So what is AC? We don't know. We have to find it. What is AB? AB value is 8 squared and BC value is 7 squared. So AC square is equal to 8 square is 64, 7 square is 49. Therefore, we get AC square is equal to 113. Therefore, AC is square root of 113. Square root of 113 cannot be found. So let's keep it as it is. So the value of AC is 113. Okay. Now, see in the first sub question, we have to find the value of 1 plus sine theta into 1 minus sine theta divided by 1 plus cos theta into 1 minus cos theta, which means we should know the value of sine theta and cos theta, isn't it? So let's find that. Sine theta is what? Sine theta is opposite by hypotenuse. Opposite is what? AB. So AB is 8, hypotenuse is root 113. So what is cos theta? Adjacent by hypotenuse. So it becomes 7 by root 113. Okay, now let's find the value of the first sub question. Okay. Now what we have to evaluate is, we have to find the value of 1 plus sine theta into 1 minus sine theta divided by 1 plus cos theta into 1 minus cos theta. Now if you observe, see the numerator is like a plus b into a minus b, where a is 1 and b is sine theta. So a plus b into a minus b is what? A square minus b square. Okay, sine theta the whole square. And one important thing, sine theta the whole square can also be written as sine square theta. That is, before you write the angle, you have to mention the power. Okay, and suppose if you mention the power here, it is completely different. Okay, this becomes sine theta square. See, sine square theta is like sine theta into sine theta. Okay, you can write it either as sine theta the whole square, or you can write it like sine square theta. But you are not supposed to write sine theta square. So if I say sine theta square, theta is multiplied twice. Okay, I hope you got the difference. So sine theta the whole square can also be written as what? Sine square theta. That is, before you write the angle, you mention the angle, you have to put the power. Okay, similarly the denominator is also a plus b into a minus b. So you can write it as a square minus b square. Again, a is 1 minus b is cos theta the whole square. Okay, now let's simplify this. 1 square is 1 minus sine theta the whole square can also be written as what? Sine square theta. Okay, 1 is 1 minus cos square theta. Now let's substitute the values. 1 minus sine square theta. First, let's write the value of sine theta. What is sine theta? 8 by root 113. Since it is sine square theta, let's square it. That's it. Okay. 1 minus cos square theta. First, let's write the value of cos theta. Then let's square it. Okay. So let's simplify this. Okay. Okay. So 1 minus 8 square is 64. Root 113 square is 113 itself. By 1 minus 7 square is 49. Root 113 square is 113 itself. Now this one can be written as 1 by 1. This one can also be written as 1 by 1. Let's take LCM. The LCM of 1 and 113 is 113. Okay. So the LCM is 113. So it becomes 113 minus 64 divided by 113 minus 49 divided by 113. Okay. You can also use the shortcut method, that is multiply the denominator. 1 into 113 is 113. Then cross multiply. 1 into 113 is 113. 1 into 64 is 64. Okay. You can do it like that. Now, if you observe, here we get 113 minus 64 is 49 by 113. Okay. And 64 by 113. So this, as you know, you can write the numerator 49 by 113. The denominator gets reciprocal, 113 by 64. 113, 113 gets cancelled. So we'll be left with 49 by 64. That will be the answer. Okay. Directly you can cancel 113 and 113 here. So therefore, we'll be left with 49 by 64. That is the value of the first question. And there is second sub question. Okay. Let me do it here. We have got space here. Let me do it here. Cot square theta. Okay. So what is cot theta value? Cot theta, they have given it in the question itself. It is 7 by 8. Since it is cot square theta, square it. So if you square it, what do you get? 7 square is 49. 8 square is 64. That's it. So cot square theta value is also 49 by 64. It's very simple. They have given you cot theta. By that, we got two sides and we found the third side using the Pythagoras theorem. Now you have to find the value. In that thing, what are there? Sin theta and cos theta there. So find the value of sin theta and cos theta, substitute that, you will get the final answer. Very, very easy one. The next question is also a similar one. So they have given 3 cot A is equal to 4. We have to check whether 1 minus tan square A by 1 plus tan square A is equal to cos square A minus sin square or not. Whether it is equal or not. That's what we have to check. Okay. So let's do that. Let's take the triangle here. Okay. Okay, let me move this a bit this side. Yeah, now it's fine. Okay. So it's given 3 cot A. However, the angle is at A itself. So this becomes opposite and this becomes hypotenuse and this becomes adjacent. Okay. So they have given 3 cot A is equal to 4, which implies cot A is equal to 4 by 3. But what is cot A defined as? Cot is defined as adjacent by opposite. What is adjacent here? AB is the adjacent, BC is the opposite. But they've given it as 4 by 3, which implies we got the value of AB as 4 and we got the value of BC as 3. So let me directly do it. In triangle ABC, angle B is 90 degree. Therefore, if we use Pythagoras theorem, let me do it directly. It's very simple. Okay. So AC value will get it as 5. Let me do it here and show you. AC square will be equal to AB square plus BC square, isn't it? So AB is 4 square, BC is 3 square, 4 square is 16, 3 square is 9, 16 plus 9 is 25. So AC square is equal to 25, therefore AC will become square root of 25, which implies AC is 5 units. So let me directly write it here. So using Pythagoras theorem, we'll get the value of AC as 5 units. Okay. So this is 5, 4, and this is 3. Now we have to check whether 1 minus tan square A is equal to 1 minus tan square a by 1 plus tan square a is equal to cos square a minus sin square a or not. First, let's find, okay, let's find, consider the LHS, that is 1 minus tan square a by 1 plus tan square a. Okay, that is equal to 1 minus, what is tan a? It's simple, it is the reciprocal of cot. Cot is 4 by 3, so tan will become 3 by 4. Since it is tan square, after substituting value, let's square it. Same thing in the denominator, 1 plus 3 by 4 the whole square. So it becomes 1 minus 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16, divided by 1 plus again 9 by 16. So this one can be written as 1 by 1, this one can be written as 1 by 1. Use the shortcut method. So here what happens? Equals, multiply the denominator, 1 into 16 is 16, then cross multiply, 16 into 1 is 16, minus 1 into 9 is 9, divided by, again 1 into 16 is 16, 16 into 1 is 16, 1 into 9 is 9. Okay, so 16 and 16, denominator and denominator gets cancelled, so you'll be left with 16 minus 9 is 7, and 16 plus 9 is 25. So what we have got, the value of 1 minus tan square a by 1 plus tan square a is 7 by 25. Now let's find the RHS. Consider, let's take this as equation 1. Consider cos square a minus sin square a. What is cos defined as? Adjacent by hypotenuse. Adjacent is 4, hypotenuse is 5. So 4 by 5 the whole square. And what is sin defined as? Opposite by hypotenuse. Opposite value is 3, hypotenuse is 5, the whole square. So 4 square is, let me do it here. So 4 square is 16 by 25. 4 square is 16, 5 square is 25, minus 3 square is 9, 5 square is 25. Again, the denominators are same, so you can subtract the numerator. 16 minus 9 is 7, 7 by 25. So this also, you got it as 7 by 25. Let's take this as equation 2. From 1 and 2, 1 minus tan square a by 1 plus tan square a is equal to cos square a minus sin square a, because both the values are exactly the same. So let's get into the next question. In triangle ABC, right angle at B, if tan A is equal to 1 by root 3, find the value of sin A cos C, cos A sin C. The second sub question, cos A cos C minus sin A sin C. A very, very interesting question. So here what we'll do is, if you observe, the angles are changing. So if sin A, so while finding sin A, the angle is at A. Again, cos C, the angle is at C. So what we'll do is, we'll have two triangles, okay, to avoid the confusion. Let's make it a bit small. Okay. Let's make this also a bit small. Okay. So we have taken two triangles. Okay. Now in one of the triangle, see, both are ABC itself. To make the calculation easy, we are taking it like this. Okay. Now let's say in the first triangle, let me erase this once again. Okay, in the first figure, the angle is at A, so the opposite will become BC, and AC will become the hypotenuse, and the adjacent is AB. Okay. Now let me redraw the line. Yeah. Now the angle is at C. Okay. If the angle is at C, opposite becomes AB, and adjacent is BC, and the hypotenuse is AC itself. Okay. Now If the angle is at A, we'll use the first figure. If the angle is at C, we'll use the second figure. Okay, only the names are changing, the values won't change, remember. Okay, that is what they have given us is tan A is equal to 1 by root 3. But what is tan defined as? Tan is defined as opposite by adjacent. Opposite by adjacent. Now remember the angle is at A, tan A, isn't it? So we have to use the first figure. So which is the opposite in the first figure? BC. Which is the adjacent? AB. So and they've given BC as, in the question they've given it as 1 by root 3. Therefore, which implies BC will become 1 and AB will become root 3. Remember, this value doesn't change. BC is 1 itself. AB is root 3 itself. Even here, BC is 1 itself and AB is root 3 itself. The values doesn't change, okay? Only the names are changing, opposite and adjacent. So we'll find it, the remaining side AC using Pythagoras theorem. So in triangle ABC, angle B is 90 degree. Therefore, using Pythagoras theorem, what do we get? We get AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. So AC is, we have to find it, but we know the value of AB, which is root 3 the whole square. BC is 1 the whole square. So AC square will become, root 3 square is 3, 1 square is 1. Therefore, AC square is equal to 4, which implies AC will be square root of 4. Square root of 4 is 2. So let me directly write it. So AC value will be square root of 4, which is 2 units. So we got the value of AC. Okay. Now, let's find all the things that are required, okay, to avoid the confusion. Let's find it. See, in the first question, you need the value of sine A, cos C, cos A, sin C. These are the 4 different values that you need, isn't it? In the first sub question, sine A. What does sine? Opposite by hypotenuse. So the angle is at A, so we have to use the first figure. Which is the opposite? BC is the first figure, and BC is the opposite. What is the value of BC there? 1. What is the hypotenuse value? Hypotenuse value, we have found it as 2. So sine A is 1 by 2. Let's find. Next, what do we need? We also need cos A. Let's find that. Cos is what? Adjacent by hypotenuse, isn't it? Now, cos A, the angle is at A, so we'll use the first figure. What is the value of adjacent? It is root 3. And what is the value of hypotenuse? It is 2. Let's find the other things. Sin C is required. So what is sine? Sine is always opposite by hypotenuse. It doesn't change. Now, since the angle is at C, we have to use the second figure. Which is the opposite here? AB, its value is root 3 and hypotenuse remains the same, 2. Now let's find cos C also. Cos is what? Adjacent by hypotenuse. So what is our, which is our adjacent? So we have to look into the second figure because the angle is at C. So adjacent is root 3 itself. Sorry, adjacent is BC, isn't it? So BC is the adjacent, so whose value is 1 and hypotenuse becomes 2. Now let's find the value. Okay, let me do it here. First sub question, what is the thing that we need? Sin A cos C plus cos A sin C. So sin A value 1 by 2, cos C value 1 by 2 plus cos A value root 3 by 2, sin C value root 3 by 2. So it's very easy to substitute here. Okay. So 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 is 1 by 4. Root 3 into root 3 is root 3 the whole square. 2 into 2 is 4. So square and root gets cancelled. So we are left with 1 by 4 plus 3 by 4, which becomes 4 by 4, which is 1. So therefore, the value of the first sub question is 1. Similarly, you can take the second question as a homework, as a task, and you can try it out. Because we know all the values, sin A value, cos A value, everything is known. Or let me do it here itself. The question is cos A, cos C, isn't it? Cos A value is root 3 by 2. Cos C value is 1 by 2. Minus sin A value is 1 by 2. Cos C value is, sorry, sin C value is root 3 by 2. So what do we get? Root 3 into 1 is root 3. 2 into 2 is 4. Root 3, 1 into root 3 is root 3. 2 into 2 is 4. So both are same. Root 3 by 4 minus root 3 by 4 gets cancelled. We'll get the final answer as 0. You can also try it again. Okay. So it's very simple. See, certain times when the angles are changing like this, sin A, cos C, cos A, sin C, it's better to take 2 triangles to avoid the confusion, or you can use one triangle and solve it, no issues. Let's get into the next question, which is bit different from all other questions which we have solved. In triangle PQR, right angled at Q, PR plus QR is equal to 25 centimeter and PQ equals 5 centimeter. Determine the values of sin P, cos P and tan P. So let's take a right angle triangle. Okay, sorry. Let me paste it here. Okay. It's a triangle PQR. So let's change the name to PQR. So this will become P. Right angle at Q. So this will become R. And this will become Q. Okay. The angle is at, okay. Anyhow, we have to find sin P, cos P, tan P. So therefore the angle is at P itself. So this becomes the opposite side, and this is our hypotenuse, and this is our adjacent. Okay. Now usually any two side will be given, and we will find the third side. But what they have done here is they have given the value of PQ, which is 5 centimeters, but they have not given you the other side. They have given the sum of two sides, that is PR plus QR is given. Okay, if any another side was given, we can find the third side easily using Pythagoras theorem. So here we have to apply a bit different technique. So what is given is they have given PQ as 5 centimeter. Along with that, they have given that PQR plus QR is equal to 25 centimeter. So what we'll do is, among this PR and QR, let's take any one as X. Let PR be equal to X centimeter. So they've given that PR plus QR is equal to 25 centimeters. PR we have taken it as X plus QR is equal to 25. Therefore, QR will become 25 plus X to the other side will become minus X. So QR will become 25 minus X. Okay. Now we have got three sides, three different sides in terms of two sides in terms of X. So let's find it using the Pythagoras theorem. So in triangle PQR, angle Q is 90 degrees. Therefore, using Pythagoras theorem, what do we get? Hypotenuse is PR. So PR square is equal to PQ square plus QR square. What is PR? We have taken it as X, so it will become X square. What is PQ? It is 5. What is QR? We have got it as 25 minus X, the whole square. So X square is X square itself, 5 square is 25. Now 25 minus X, the whole square, is in the form of A minus B, the whole square. So A square plus B square minus 2AB. Okay. Now X square as it is 25 plus 25 square is 625 plus X square minus 25 into 2 is 50X. Now if you observe, X square and X square gets cancelled. So you'll be left with 0 equals 25 plus 625 is 650 minus 50X. Minus 50X to the other side. It will become 0 plus 50X is equal to 650. 0 plus anything is same thing. 50X is equal to 650 implies X is equal to 650 by 50. Therefore, X will become 13. Therefore, the value of X will become 13, which implies what is X? PR, right? PR is equal to 13 centimeter. We got PR. We can also find QR because QR is what? QR is 25 minus X. So X is 13. 25 minus 13 is 12. Therefore, QR is 12 centimeter. Now we know all the three sides. We can find the required thing. Okay. What is required according to the question? According to the question, we need sine P. Sine is what? Opposite by hypotenuse. What is our opposite here? Opposite is QR. QR value is 12 and hypotenuse value is PR. PR is 13. So sine P value is 12 by 13. So let's find cos P. Cos is adjacent by hypotenuse. So adjacent is PQ, whose value is 5 and hypotenuse is 13. And let's find tan P. Tan P is opposite by adjacent. Opposite by adjacent. What is our opposite here? 12 and our adjacent is 5. So it becomes 12 by 5. Okay. So this is the next question. So here the two sides were not given. The sum of two sides were given. Sum or difference. If sum or difference are given, this is how we solve it. We take one of the length as x and find the other length in terms of x and use Pythagoras theorem to find the value. So let's get into the last question of this exercise. That is, it's like true or false. State whether the following statement are true or false. The value of tan A is always less than 1. No, it is not possible. Okay, the value of tan A, it is not less than 1. It can be greater than 1 also. I'll give you a better example here itself. See, last question, what we have found is tan P is 12 by 5. 12 by 5, if you divide it, you get what? 2.4, isn't it? 5 2s are 10, decimal 0, 20. Isn't it? You're getting 2.4. In the last question itself, we got the value of tan as 12 by 5, which is greater than 1. So, the value of tan A is always less than 1. Not possible. Okay. It is false. Because you can give the previous example itself. Okay. The value of secant A is 12 by 5 for some value of angle A. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. Because secant is defined as what? Hypotenuse by adjacent. See, in a triangle, hypotenuse is always greater. According to the question given, 12 by 5, which is greater? 12 is greater, which means the hypotenuse is greater. So it is correct. The hypotenuse should be greater. But if they had given it like this, 5 by 12, that is not possible. Because secant is defined as hypotenuse by adjacent. So here hypotenuse will become 5 and adjacent is 12. That is wrong because hypotenuse should always be the greater one. Okay. So 5 by 12 is not correct, but 12 by 5 is correct. True. Cos A is the abbreviation of cosecant of angle A. Is it so? No. Cos A is cosine of an angle A. Okay. Cosecant, we write it as cosec A. Cot A is the product of cot and A. Is it true? No. I have told you cot A is a one word, one term. Okay. So it is false. Sin theta is equal to 4 by 3 for some angle theta. Is it possible? Sin theta is defined as opposite by hypotenuse. So here, according to the question, opposite is 4 and hypotenuse 3, which shows that hypotenuse is less compared to the opposite. Is it possible? No, it is not possible. Hypotenuse should be the greater always. So therefore, this is also false. Okay. Except the second one, all other statements are false. So with this, we have completed the first exercise. So in the next exercise, we'll come up with a different topic. Thank you, students.